Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Ooh, that one just like flopped down.
Alright, not too bad. I am Izzi, your lore master, and we are finally getting back to our main story, Eleothis, Land of the Woven Suns. With me today I have...
Me.
Do you remember anything?
No,
Who
who am I? My name is Cuba. I play Ayla, my Rhea. Where's the camera? There you are, you beautiful camera. She is a glamour bard tiefling. I said that all weird and wrong, but okay. You're next.
And you
What'd you
rolled
roll?
Oh yeah, 16.
Alright, 16. I got my notes over here, so that's really a 19. Okay.
My name's Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 12.
12 plus 2 is 14.
I'll take your word for it.
Respectable.
Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra Evermoon, a circle, how do I play again?
You're
Circle of the
Circle.
Moon. Thank you. Human, like, oh God, my brain is gone.
It's been a few weeks.
And I rolled a wonderful 5.
A 5. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Well, you know
And
where-
it's now in the naughty spot because I can't say the other word for it because we're not far enough into the video.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I played Malachi Morningstar. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 6.
Hey,
Six.
crappy
Okay.
rolls. How you doing?
Yep, we're right back where we were.
Hello, I'm Adam. I play Eldon Strockhaven. He is a Ranger Drake Warden, a human Ranger Drake Warden.
Right? It's hard to like
It
put
is,
it all back
yep.
together.
And especially it's like since I'm not looking this way, I'm looking over here. That slight head cam.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 13.
13. Alright. Okay, plus 5.
Half the words I forgot to speak English.
So it's just me chilling out at the bottom. Yep. Nice.
And we
All
have...
Someone's
We
got
have-
to be on the bottom. Don't say it. No.
What am I saying to myself?
It has been a month since we played. We are happy to be back at the table. You will notice a different layout. We're trying something new. This allows for everyone to see the DM and each other a little bit better without having to turn backs. I think it's going to be a good change.
I just want to
See
see
how
how far
far?
I can reach before
Pretty far.
I pop, pop, pop.
I'm excited about it. I'm sure we'll keep, changing things.
I'm worried when I knock over the camera again.
It is so far away from you all.
Yeah, how are you not?
Oh, I've done it twice already.
Really?
Not today, but
Tap dance, okay.
a few times. It's just a good mood.
It's not here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about the head hitting at anymore. I don't
Yeah,
think.
this guy.
No.
Yeah, me.
No. It was in an
every time.
inconvenient place. You can follow us for free on Patreon and on YouTube and watch our VODs. On Patreon, you can get early access to the podcast version, which does go public on Spotify on Mondays. But whenever I edit it, it goes out on Patreon. We are using scribequill.com, SCRYBE quill.com for our recaps. And one of them would have been released this morning, I believe. On our YouTube. So you can go check that out. Basically, you record the audio of your session. It doesn't have to be like a professional setup or semi-professional. You just record it. It absorbs the audio, does a summary, and then you get to choose from different voices and background music to create a summarization and a video that you can edit, which we do. We utilize our commissioned art from Mibble Art. And the scribequill.com. We are one of the partners, so go check it out over there. Merch, you can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch. We got some merch here. I got something. Dice Dragons. I think you can see it. Yes, you can see me much better now.
Do the lights, Cuba.
No.
All these different sweatshirts. Live by the die. Live by the die. Die by the die. Still have a cough in my chest that preventing me from breathing. But yes, check those out. It supports the stream. Also, we have recently partnered with D&D New England Facebook group, and you can check out the logo that it created and get some merch to represent that as well. And it also supports the stream and the group. And possibly we'll be able to do some excursions or have some fun things that we get to do as a New England group. So check that out on Facebook.
That's very cool design.
And then music, we are heavily using Monument Studios, Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the War King of Idaho, and Kevin McLeod in Compotech for our ambiance and our background music. Links can be found in the show notes. Cons and events. The Compound is currently at PAX East. I'm very jealous, but also very excited because I have some goodies coming my way. Thanks, James. And next year I will be better about having cards for people because I ordered it a little bit too late. But maybe also we'll get to
Is that why we have so many on the table?
Yeah, I ordered so many, and those are for you to keep and hand out.
Yeah, like
I also have 5 more
Black
boxes.
Mirror episode. We're gonna infiltrate
Yeah.
just by showing it on
I'm
camera.
just I'm gonna gambit these at people as I drive down the road.
I have 5 full boxes of them. I think I ordered like 15.
We're gonna work and just leave them there. No questions. No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave them in the business card rack.
They are inadvertently sponsoring our stream. All right. With that,
Like, share, subscribe. Sorry,
Got
it's
two.
been too long.
Just
Sounds like-
smiling. The winds over Iporia's capital carry a different kind of weight. Not the heat of battle, not the hush before an ancient ritual, but a quieter tension, one that stirs beneath the surface of polished streets and carved stone towers. The kind of tension that follows you after the world changes and the dust has not yet settled. It has been over 2 months since you stepped off the warm sands of Yamari Island, a place of rest, of healing, and a place forever changed by what you brought with you and what you left behind. You came together as strangers on those sunlit shores, and now, many in this world remember your names, even if they don't yet know what they mean. You couldn't stop the assassination of the Iporian ambassador all those many, many moons ago, but you did prevent an ancient aberrant force from clawing its way through a torn rift left behind by the goddess Yamari. You gained possession of ancient technology, sailed the green tides, befriended, or at least did not anger, a Vodak, watched a young thief's death echoed through a city you barely knew, reconciled with a scorned dragon, and learned to fly. You stood at the split in the path and chose your destiny, and in so doing, helped a new god ascend into the skies. And while the world spins on, its nations, gripped by politics, tension, and a quiet uncertainty that grows ever louder, you now find yourselves touching down in Rylsk, the capital of Iporian, a land of order and hierarchy, of stone streets, sweeping spires, and ancient expectations. You arrive as the woven fates, no longer strangers, no longer unknown. Soon, plans promise to rejoin you once more with Astrum's End, the thorn-crowned allies who fought beside you. Iolite will see Desdeer for the first time in over 20 days. 20 days that feel like a lifetime. And now the focus shifts. Eldon has made his choice. He is now a voice of the world dragon, and Theratrix has possession of his own spirit, a dragon made real. Their bond is forged in fire and faith. But it is not only the sky that holds power. There are mysteries buried in the earth, in shards scattered and waiting, in stone. And the call of those shards, your shards, Iolite, is growing louder. Mori, ever watchful, stated that he had a connection here in Rylsk. Someone who claims to know more about a shard located somewhere in the meadows, far to the north. So while the world watches the skies for the return of dragons, you turn your eyes to the soil, to the roots, to the deep and hidden places. What sleeps there? What stirs beneath? And what will you become when the pieces finally come together? You all materialize within the hallowed confines of the Jade Lantern Pavilion. secluded edifice designed expressly as a secretive escape route for royalty. As you step from the teleportation circle, your eyes fall upon a spacious atrium bathed in soft, otherworldly glow of woven lantern light. The circle itself pulses with a quiet azure radiance, its rim etched in intricate runes that seem to hum with ancient, unfathomable magic. The floor beneath your feet is paved in meticulously arranged mosaic tiles, a tapestry of swirling patterns that evoke both the rugged charm of a New England design and the delicate artistry of traditional East Asian craftsmanship. Overhead, exposed wooden beams and ornate latticework cast delicate patterned shadows. The architecture is a graceful fusion. Steep, time-worn gable roofs, reminiscent of colonial mansions, that coalesce with sweeping, curved eaves and decorative carvings that hint at a mythic dragon and lotus blossom. You all appear within this pavilion on the teleportation circle, and the first thing that you do notice is you are surrounded by figures, immediately recognizable as Adar, and directly in front of you, greeting you, hands clasped, is a familiar figure. A tall, red-scaled ambassador, Euthris. Nadola Karal Euthris, to be exact. The ambassador that you met in Umari, who was to meet with the Apranan ambassador, who was later killed. Standing next to her, you see another familiar face. Much shorter individual, hair in a tight bun, light green skin, and glasses that kind of fill up most of her face. And it is Millie.
I was going to say, I was going to say glasses. I was like, really? Oh, Fitz is going to love
Crowd
that.
favorite.
You see that there's an expression on the face of Ambassador Euthris, or better known as Broodmaster Euthris, that a very slight cock of the head, and you notice it's unmistakable. Eyes widen for a moment before coming back to normal rest, as you all kind of feel your stomachs settle from the instant transportation of going from the sky home directly to Rylsk. Theratrix is there with you in his form, and you do see immediately the guards that are around, they lower their spears and weapons to face you. Euthris does not move, giving you a moment to kind of like settle in to where you have arrived.
Ugh. I did not enjoy that.
Right here. From my bag.
Head between the knees.
It's coming from my bag. It's Nick's.
Doing that cat.
You're here in the middle of the night.
Oh, please don't puke in my
that's the
bag.
worst sound to hear.
Does one of those things. Close his spear tip. No. Just point it down.
You see Euthris, she opens her hands in like a welcoming gesture and begins speaking. There's no smile on her face necessarily, but she remains very kind of poised. One thing that you notice about her to describe, when you met her in Umari, she was wearing this, it was like casual but elegant dress. She had like that bodice that gave her more like a human look to it. Here she is very much, her color palette is red and black and gold. Even with her red scales that shimmer a little bit, she wears red clothing with black and gold accents. You also notice that it's a very jagged design. There are sharp edges to everything that she wears. On her fingers, she has her long claws that are actually painted in gold. It's a little bit of a different style than what she had presented while she was in Yamari. She's very sharp. Very, if you were to touch her, you would be cut kind of thing. Not really, but that's the air that she gives off. She's wearing this headdress that has sharp edges that accent all the frills of her dragonborn, her features. She has a kind of like dress that is cut in the front with pants underneath. So you kind of see this, it's almost like a train in the back, sort of, but it's not like this long flowing one. It just goes down a little bit, kind of like coattails. And you can see that she's wearing these very sharply dressed, literally. And she just says, "Welcome. What a surprise."
Ambassador,
Lovely to see you again, Ambassador.
your style is on point.
Much appreciated.
We all just.
As always, I ignore puns. I was told that we would be expecting the voice of the world dragon. I could not have predicted that we would be meeting again under these circumstances.
Allow me to present the voice.
How are you, Broodmaster? How are the children?
Quite well, thank you. And this is, you see her looking directly at Theratrix, who is a presence in the room, being a large dragon that's kind of coiled around behind you all and sits
Ma'am.
up.
His voice has changed too now. he's hit adulthood. I'm my own.
It's more like,
Ma'am. McCracken stage.
Yes, anyway, she looks straight at
It's gonna be a rough one.
Narrative.
and just gestures to him.
This is Theratrix. He is my brother.
Indeed. Your brother. Theratrix kind of coils around and then steps up to Euthris very softly and slowly, but you do see the guards. She just holds her hand up.
Does she look at him weird, like when a black dude says the white dude is my brother?
She is holding back. How about you make an insight check? And see if
It's a very like
Their brother's like
very particular kind of.
No, it's one of those, like, it's like, this is my brother, and you're like, is that slang, or are you actually related?
Same mom, different dads.
We already started playing.
No,
Footsie.
yeah.
17 plus, hold on, it's loading.
you don't know what your plus is.
No.
All right, we're gonna go with like a 5. So I'm gonna say 17, 20 plus.
What was
yeah.
I doing? A perception?
Insight.
Oh, insight. That's +2.
Oh
No, wait.
gosh.
Three.
Either way.
3.
Either way, you get a very slight notice of the eyebrow raise as Theratrix at the mention of brother, but as Theratrix also approaches, her focus seems to be on there's a dragon approaching me right now. So she does make eye contact with Theratrix, does not break it as he steps forward. He stays a good 6-7 feet away from her. And you all are probably 10, you're back on this circle and she is greeting you, but not up to you. And she says, pleasure to meet you, Theratrix. I am Nadula Karal, Euthris, the ambassador of military for the Adar. And Theratrix just bows. She looks to you again, Eldon.
God, he wasn't born, like, the last time we met her.
You're still
Yeah.
an egg.
Yeah, that I did not know existed. So you are the voice of the world dragon.
One of two.
Interesting. One of two. You see her kind of looks slightly to the side where Millie is. She's just been making notes this whole time. She's been writing away just like you had seen her back in Balstead. She gave you all a little smile, but has otherwise not said anything. We were told to expect a conversation. I am here to greet you on behalf of the king, and would love to hear whatever your demands are.
She's saying that to him, right?
To him, yes. I mean, she's looking at the rest of you kind of respectfully, but mostly addressing the voice of the world dragon.
I look at
That's exactly demands.
Yes, of course. We would like to know the intentions of the voices of the world dragon now that, allegedly, Thaskan Veterix has ascended to the skies. If there's an intent to perhaps speak with the king, I am here to ensure that your demands or expectations are carried along and considered, as of course the king is the king of this land and will not be willingly handing over any power. Should that be an expectation, of course.
No, that is most certainly not an expectation.
Wonderful to hear it. How long are you planning on staying in our lovely city?
We do have business to attend to, but not exactly how long we'd like to stay.
I'm pretty sure we're just kind of passing through.
We do have some associates to meet.
Shouldn't be much longer than a day or two.
And then you'll be moving on.
With haste.
Interesting. Well, please, join me. Let us leave the chamber here. This is no place to have a conversation. You can lower your weapons. They'll be behind us, of course. While I trust that this is an amicable meeting, there are tricks among you where we do not.
Just for the record, he is not mine. I did not want to pay any fines or fees on this.
Noted. She turns and looks at Millie, and then she gestures. I would appreciate Eldon. It was. And she kind of looks at the rest of you as if she's trying to recall all of your names, and then doesn't ask, though. And then she says, "There are tricks, Eldon, if you would not mind. Just walking alongside me. Millie, if you may." And Millie hangs back with the rest of you as you begin exiting the Jade Lantern Pavilion. As you exit, you notice that you kind of enter the city. Eldon, because you've been here, I don't know how many times, but you've been here before, you immediately recognize as you exit into the city proper that you have entered. You have entered into the Serpent Spire, which is a section of the city that is run more by the Yuan Ti broodmaster, and it seems to be like this is kind of where the teleportation circle is far away from the castle. Millie hangs back with the rest of you, and you see there's several guards that are behind the rest of you too, and she just looks up at the rest of you and is like, "Wow, fancy meeting you here."
You are quite far from home.
Yeah, I am. So are you. I love my Rhea. You're looking a little bit, weathered, we'll say. More than usual. I'm used to seeing you with your hair perfect.
She instantly takes out her cleansing stone and starts rubbing it on her head.
Don't change on my account.
I need to moisturize.
Don't change on my account. You're beautiful no matter what. Right? You're absolutely.
We were just in a volcano.
Oh, of course. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess we all have the same attitude here. Get out while the getting out's good. My mother actually lives here.
Is it a lovely place?
It is.
It's
It
quite
is
a lovely
indeed
place.
a lovely place.
No, it sucks.
I mean, it could be a shithole. I don't know. She hadn't described the city yet.
Yeah, no, as you exit, you see it's a very much a blend of, like I said, like New England and like East Asian fusion, if we can picture in our minds. There are there's timber and brick, but then it's interlaced with all these like graceful curves. Depending on the different areas, you might see more kind of like jagged edges, and there are all these gardens that are maintained as you're walking through. You can see stone lanterns. The area that you're in is very much, you see mostly Yuan-Ti, but there are lizard folk, dragonborn, a sprinkling of humans and halflings and dwarves and other humanoids, goblins, orcs, like very few in comparison to more specifically dragonborn you're seeing, but definitely lizard folk, Yuan-Ti. It's like Dahim, but more.
Are we like outside the mountains? Like, is the mountain that we were in kind of like behind us, or in like a valley that, or a beginnings of a valley that goes out, or like we still surrounded by mountains?
You are, the mountain is to the south, and you're not surrounded by mountains. There's actually, I mean, you're in city, so you can't really see, but to the west is swamp. To the north is swamp and like kind of fields. And then to the east is the ocean. The city is right on, in an inlet. But
That's where Plymouth.
the mountains, yeah, the
Swamp ocean.
Yeah, so Millie says, so you all are friends with the voice of the world dragon.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
When did that happen?
Yeah, yesterday.
Hmm.
Right? What is it? Was yesterday.
It's been a few days.
Oh,
A
okay.
few days ago.
Okay. He wasn't always the
It's a
voice of anything.
very recent development, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, when I met you, you all were nobodies. So,
I mean, yes.
except for Ayla, of course.
That's true.
Ayla. And the lovely Ayla. I mean, we knew who you were from working in the, theater.
Where's a sandbag to kick when you need one?
A lot has changed in a short time.
Yeah, like that. She gestures to Theratrix. As you can see, you're kind of walking through the city, but people are looking at, the dragon that is being escorted by the Adar.
The dragons are common around here. I mean, is this not the land of dragons?
I mean, dragons are uncommon everywhere.
Well, saw one the other day.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah, that was
not that one, the different one. But yeah.
Oh.
So,
Really?
yeah, big one.
Where was that?
I don't know where we just came from.
Where did you just come from?
I don't know, somewhere in the mountains.
I think you just want to crawl under the table, Adam.
So there's another dragon besides this one.
I mean, I'm assuming there's an entire. I mean, and then there was one a few weeks ago that her and I are good now. Yes.
Oh, dragons. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. Typically, they don't hang out in packs or anything, and they're usually really dangerous when they're around. I mean, if you know
very,
that
very
they're
good kisser.
I feel like Ayla. She whispers to whoever's going to listen to her loudly. I feel like Ayla maybe had a little bit of something.
I wish that were true.
Well, that may be true, but what she speaks is also true.
Oh,
It's
Lots of
true, but
dragons.
also true.
good to know, because those are really dangerous. The fact that you've handled so many is impressive.
Oh yeah, she handled one all right.
She's not. She's just looking around. It's like, yeah, this, that.
So what are you doing here? Are you just following the voice of the world dragon around? Are you like groupies?
She laughs.
I mean, you had said that this was your musical group, but clearly that's not the truth.
I mean,
You know who's the lead singer now?
What's a groupie?
Someone who follows around a famous person, hopefully trying to stay with them for the night.
Like, are you carrying his bags? Because that's a surefire sign.
no, he likes doing that himself.
I'm not carrying any of this shit. I got a fat, ungrateful cat in my bag. I'm carrying enough.
Oh yeah. Hi, Nix. She just waves from below. Well, interesting. Good to know. Well, it's been an interesting time here too.
Tell us, Millie, how did you find yourself in service of the ambassador?
Well, I did such a good job. Of course, I've been networking ever since I got to Balstead. It was a really easy gig. It was Yamari Island. Nothing was going on there. And it was very safe. Super safe. Absolutely a great idea to be there. But then it wasn't safe anymore. And why am I going to hang out in a little tiny... You know, I was getting paid, of course. But why am I going to hang out in a little tiny, you know, nowhere, nothing, little village hamlet?
Because it's beautiful.
There's a lot of beautiful places, Ayla, as you're seeing.
This place is not beautiful, but it's nice.
Oh.
Charming.
To each their own. But if I did a great job, I saw that the ambassador came. I did my own talking while she was there. And then when shit hit the fan, it was like, hey, I know how to schmooze, and I did it. And she offered me this position here. And I got my mom lives here, so it just makes sense to come back.
Talent recognizes talent.
Yeah, you could say that. Natural ambience.
Wild dogs in the street.
And when did you leave? With the ambassador or after?
No, I left after. Very soon after. Like kind of as soon as I could.
I'm trying to dig without saying if she left before or after we closed the rift. But I don't want to like outright say.
Okay.
Just trying to be down low about it. I don't know what's been known about that. Everybody knows.
Well,
Island community, you know.
Yeah, the
word
island
of mouth kind of.
knows. It was announced that you had done that.
Oh
You
right,
were at
that's
that.
where we got our badges.
Yeah.
Right, our badges from.
Mhm. So, yeah. So my mom lives here, and it's a good gig. But it's if nowhere's safe, then might as well be here in Rylsk, where at least all the Dragonborn are. Because not looking good with the Iporians. Pretty sure there's gonna be a fight any day now.
In what direction would that be so we can avoid it?
To the east.
We have to go.
I believe we're going north.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So be careful. But it kind of sounds like maybe your friend up there doesn't really have any demands, so that's also good, because...
Why is it assumed that he is coming with demands?
Well, I am not the ambassador, but I would assume, given that a god just ascended into the sky, and these folks are saying that they speak for that god, typically power is expected. No? No? Okay.
I mean, I don't think he wants the job.
Alright. Well then, why doesn't he just quit?
I have not had a chance to ask him.
It is very hard to refuse a god.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the god. I've refused a couple. Ah? my lifetime.
Good for you.
Thanks. She walks beside you
I
as
love the image of, because she's a goblin, right?
Yeah.
Like, her little legs have to walk so much faster than you guys. So she's doing this while you guys are taking, like, normal steps. She's...
jabs you in the thigh when she ribs at you. So up ahead, where Nadola is walking with Eldon and Theratrix. You see, she doesn't actually look at you while she's talking to you. You see her kind of nodding to people who stop. Some people stop and like do little bows. Nothing like crazy, like a curtsy or anything, but just people are getting out of the way of this walking procession. Which kind of interesting, you could not be walking, but you are. And that seems intentional. So she is walking alongside, and your voices are getting kind of lost with all the crowd, which again might be an intentional thing as she asks. So you arrive here in Rylsk as the voice or a voice of the world dragon with no demands, no expectations.
Above the table, Zurich didn't detail... I'm not forgetting something, right?
No.
Okay. I was sitting there.
Yeah, I
as soon
think
as you
he's just
said,
like, you're the voice now.
Nope, he did
get out there and
not.
talk. Okay, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like when something happens in a Netflix show, and you're like, shit, did I miss an episode?
You
know?
skip the previously on.
Yeah, like, okay.
And you haven't had any like mental contact with the dragon since he ascended. I don't think.
We're old people.
I come with no demands myself. Though, in the days to come, there should be much correspondence between the other voice
And who is this other voice?
is Zurich.
And you don't know of his demands, or any thoughts on what he might be wanting.
If he has any, it would just be the safety and comfort of the people. The same as I think everybody wants.
So you came from Skyhome. What is the overall feeling amongst the Keepers and the Liberators? Or is that no longer a rift that needs sealing?
Unfortunately, for Vascan Veterix to be freed, things had to change. And both the Keepers and the Liberators no longer have drakes of their own.
We witnessed that change.
But in their stead, they're not powerless. They do have new power that they're discovering. I believe that we are on the road to rejoining both those halves, the Keepers and the Liberators.
And so, as you join us, you see a little smile as she acknowledges somebody that you walked by. You are proclaiming that what we witnessed several nights ago was the ascension of Vascan Veterix into the sky. The Ur-Dragon.
Yes.
And you and this Zuruk claim to now speak for him.
With great reluctance. Yes.
Reluctance, why?
To be the voice of a god is not one. It isn't something that I ever thought that I would do. It's a big responsibility. One that I'm still coming to grips with.
This Zuruk. I will ask you more about him. But first, I would like to greet you all, you and your companions, and Theratrix, with a meal. We have a lunch prepared. You can get comfortable, and then we can discuss in more private quarters. Perhaps after you've had some time to think.
I think we'd all appreciate it.
You should have debated the finest in the kingdom. Like,
It's not
you have
Eldon
no
style.
demands. I demand the finest in and all the pillows.
It's not Eldon style. If they put us in a barn or a stall, that's where.
Ayla will be the voice. She'll take over your voice talks.
Don't worry, Isla's gonna be your PR. Don't worry.
Negotiations.
As you are walking through the city, Iolite, there is a moment, you're taking everything in. It is beautiful. It is well maintained. The people are looking at you. You do see, it's very different. I'll actually jump to what Ayla would be seeing. Similar to Dahim in a lot of ways, but also quite different. And very different from Yamari. There seems to be a lot of equity here, but it is very much it is not like Yamari in that everyone is fed and everybody has a home and all that. It's much more like how it is everywhere else, where money rules and
wasps.
there are people on the streets. Some are begging, some are selling wares.
Have I seen beggars before? Because there's no begging or homeless on Yamari, right?
Not in the way that people can get what they need. You don't need to be.
I feel like
Food
homeless
is-
people in Yamari are homeless by choice. I'm gonna live on this beach instead of.
Yeah, because
But where we've been,
just,
have I seen just?
yes, you've seen that.
Okay.
Because on Yamari you can just get food if you need food. You can just get it. If you don't want to be in a space, you can live on the beach if you want or whatever. A lot of people stop over and leave, but here it's different. It's more medieval.
I'm seeing a lot of rich people and then a disproportionate amount of poor people.
You're seeing a variety of folks. Yeah. So everybody is stopping and looking at the dragon walking amongst you, but he's the size of a horse sort of, so it's not as if he's this huge creature. And the look that the Adar are giving the people walking by is don't linger, don't stare, but they're showing that this dragon is walking amongst everyone.
He said this is clearly a not a PR move, but if anybody hears of oh, there's a dragon, they see her
Yes.
with us and assume that everything's under control.
At the very least, that is one of the angles that is probably being handled at this moment.
And the Adar are all dragonborn.
Mostly dragonborn, but definitely some lizard folk and Yuan-Ti in there. Only a sprinkle. As you're looking around, it's representative of the community, really. There's only a few humans. Very rarely are you going to find a halfling or a dwarf.
That's just a dangerous snack. It's just a halfling walking around the city of Dragonborn.
Yeah. So you walk through the city, and as you are doing so, there is a moment, Iolite, where you suddenly get this sharp kind of pain in the shard area, in your chest where the shard is, radiates out a little bit across your chest. It's very sudden. Make a Constitution save.
Wally from a rooftop.
She's having a heart attack.
Eight.
Okay. You have a moment, cry out and drop down to your knees. But everybody stops immediately to look at you. And you take 6 points of damage as you have to kind of catch your breath. It lasts only for maybe 2-3 seconds, and then it cuts off immediately. Just like it, as suddenly as it arrived, it's gone.
Eldon would take the, 5 or 6 steps. I'm guessing they're not that far away from us, right?
They're
You're
behind
ahead,
you.
yeah.
But they're like right there.
I'd already
behind,
have her by the elbow, shoulder.
Yeah. But he's
Everyone
looking.
stops
Eldon is gonna take those steps once he sees that she's okay. He's literally turning to look at rooftops because we don't know what happened. So he's looking to see if there's danger.
Make a perception check. Everybody, the Adar, all stop and kind of gather around your group, stepping in. They do their defensive stance, facing outwards, looking around as well. What did you?
There's a 7 total.
You are scanning around, not really seeing anything, but Commander Euthris or Broodmaster Euthris stops as well, looks back. She doesn't look concerned like she's going to go. She's maintaining her composure, but you feel okay after. You also can feel that it was a tug, like that tug and pull that you feel when the shards are close. And it was probably to the west, deeper, to the east, deeper into the city, towards the ocean.
Are you okay? What was that?
I don't know. But just hurt.
Do you need healing?
I think I'm okay. It doesn't typically hurt, right?
No,
In the past it
no,
hasn't
but
been
it has not hurt. It has not hurt like this, but it does feel like the tug from prior. The pain is new, but it has been a while since you felt it.
Yeah. Was it a more intense tug too, or was it just intense and there was pain?
Yeah.
And you said it was towards further into the city.
Further into the city, you're walking in the right direction. You didn't feel it pull you back. Kind of, it was you're going in the right direction.
I'm just kind of talking so only Ayla can hear at this point, or trying to talk so that only Ayla can hear.
If
you
did
should,
you
help
double
her out.
over? We'll be
See, Eldon's standing right there.
whisper distance
Okay.
There's one close.
in the city. I think so. Do you know what direction?
Felt further in.
Right.
Could be. But it hurt. Doesn't usually hurt.
Maybe it's not it. Maybe there's a large one somewhere. We'll keep an eye on that too.
It's just strange. It felt different. It felt strong, and it just kind of came and went.
But let us stand. Not give them any that to be suspicious about.
Okay.
It is okay. She stepped on a rock.
I am a rock.
And you stepped on one.
She stepped on her own toe.
The broodmaster, she stops and looks at you. You all right?
Oh, yes, fine.
Can you walk?
Oh, yes, I should.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. I don't want you to miss lunch, which will be very enjoyable at our district. Come. She leads you further into the city.
While we're walking, Eldon's going to use his little message earring and send to Iolite. Are you okay?
I'm all right. I felt pain in my shard, but I'm okay now.
This is the direction that you are heading in. Where the fuck did this go? I'm upside down. so
5
it's
is the Serpent Spire, and that's what the Serpent Spire. That's what came in.
Yeah. So you're down. I'm trying to do inverse. But yeah, coming down from the south, and you're heading this way. And 3 is the Bastion, which is, as you get closer, there is more of a military presence there. and you can see more of the Adar that nod at Broodmaster Euthris. And then there is an area there you can see. She has this kind of like little fortress area that say it's like kind of more in the middle. A stone building. There's like this courtyard, and she leads you in there. You can see that there's these like training golems and barricades. There are banners that have the Euthris crest on it. One thing that you notice, or things as you're kind of communicating with your group here, she's not commanding all of your time after telling you that she'll lead you through on this procession, but the city of Rylsk does have different brood masters. There is Zorash, which is led by this dragonborn family. They have control over the city's banking and trade. There's a hierarchy of these broods as well, and they kind of are all fighting for their place in the line, and it can change as time goes on depending on how well they do in terms of what the king and queen see from them.
So are the brood masters or the broods themselves like guilds and like guild masters, or are they more like founding family type things?
They're kind of like little mayors in a way. They're kind of like government districts that are owned by but it is a family that runs it, and you're kind of born into that family, and you will continuously be unless you fall completely out of favor, and then maybe somebody could come in and take your place.
And does each one of these districts, they each have a broodmaster of their own?
Yes.
Okay.
So the first and most influential is the Zorash family. You don't need to memorize this. This is just for knowledge, but just so that kind of knowing this as you explain, as Eldon explains to you all.
We have our scribe, the best of all.
Yeah. It matters in that it's very political, if you can imagine. So there is the first one of the broods, of the influential broods, is the Zorash. They're this dragonborn-led family. They're known for wealth and control over banking and trade. They are at the top right now. They're a very proud family, and they're seen as arrogant. Of course, you're number one. Everyone's going to be mad at you for being number one. Number two is Euthris, who you are with right now. They're known for military might, control over the army, control over the security, respected for bravery and all of that. They are number two. They're kind of seen as being more uncompromising than others. Then there is the Malrith family. They're Yuan Ti. They have this mastery of magic and control over the arcane. They're pretty well respected, but they're also kind of viewed as being a bit mysterious because they've got all this magic and they're in charge of it. It's hard to monitor magic without more magic. Who's monitoring the monitors? Then there's the Urtex family. They're lizard folk led, and they're known for engineering and technology and control over the infrastructure, public works, all of that. They are 4th on the list. The Cress family, which are lizard folk again, there are arts and culture and theater, music, all of that. They're at the bottom right now. Again, things shift. It's not just because the arts are the arts that they are at the bottom, but right now, when everything is happening with the ambassador and all the things that have changed, there's always a shifting that's going on, but Euthris is going to be one of the top people. And you can kind of see that, in a way, this procession is not when you, Eldon explaining all of this to everybody, it's kind of clicking that everything that these families do there's a purpose to it, and if
I've got the voice.
Yeah, if Euthyrus has been put in charge of this, there needs to be flashy display of, I was the one sent to go retrieve. It could have been the financial folks or the banker folks who came and because you never know if there's going to be a discussion of funding or money or how we can help each other in that way. So there seems to be, like, as you are going through, very clear, like, there's a dragon here, she's standing next to him. It's a show.
Yeah, it's trying to prestige or whatever.
And she is drinking it in. She, at one point, and you don't know if it's intentional, but there is a point where you kind of notice that you are a little bit further back and it's just her and Theratrix walking ahead. And not that the Adar pushed you to go behind, but there almost seemed to be a little shift of the procession for a little while.
Like I was hop on Theratrix and just ride him in.
Do it.
If it was, I know Kethra would. If it was like
fuck it.
Kethra was in that spot.
Like this one. And she's gonna say under her breath, "This is some theatrical bullshit."
As you walk into the barracks, it's again that kind of more fortressy area, but there also seems to be, like, this is where her family lives. They close the gate behind in this very, like, theatrical, again, most of the guards stay behind at the gate as it closes, and then the rest of you are led into this home/military barracks. The Adar are very respectful as you walk in, and at a certain point you kind of stop, and Euthyrus looks at all of you.
I'm done with you. You may go now.
And to the prison cells.
She has her hands kind of clasped in front of her. Again, they're long, elegant, but pointed claws that are painted in gold with all these little glittering gems on them. She says, "I am a bit ashamed to admit I was not expecting a dragon to be amongst us. I do not have a meal set up that would accommodate Theratrix. I would love to invite him in, however, he would not be able to join us at the tables. Is that amenable?" And she looks at Theratrix. "I can, of course, have food brought to your liking." And Theratrix just looks over to you, Eldon.
As always, it's your choice, Theratrix. You can stay here, or and then he'll do like a little hand, like that's like, or wherever the hell it is that you fucking go.
He actually looks at all of you and says, "I have been growing accustomed to feeling hungry, so I would not mind sitting on the sidelines and enjoying whatever cuisine there is available."
He has to eat now, too.
It's
Yeah.
so
Hungry boy.
expensive.
He eats and poops now.
They're gonna bring him a whole horse to eat. Spiced horse.
He can find his own food. It's a dragon. I mean, not here,
Nick's
but-
gonna pop his head out like, should I be worried now?
Am I gonna have to eat and poop?
Pooping is optional.
Nick's just more worried that Theratrix is gonna be like, I'm hungry.
Oh no. He's still...
He's like a little,
I should never.
it's like a little tiny little cracker to Theratrix.
So Euthyrus just gestures for the rest of you to go in. She says, "I will be right with you. I'm just going to confer with Millie and ensure that we have everything in order. Please follow the Adar." They lead you in, you do notice there is no movement from Euthra, so she stands there kind of like waiting for you to head into the space with Millie standing beside, but you can tell it's one of those, like, the moment you're out of sight, they're going to be looking at each other and, like, talking. You head into this lavish place. You can tell that there's a split of, like, barracks versus living quarters, and you are led in that direction. Again, her colors, red, gold, and black everywhere. There are gold accents hanging from the walls, tassels. She seems to really like tassels. It's like a thing. Big, giant ones, like those obnoxiously huge ones that look like bells. But if you were to like step up to them and touch, there's all these individual little like golden strings that hang down.
I'm just picturing like giant pillar-sized ones that are like chandeliers. Just, like,
Yes,
everywhere.
they're
No,
huge
I'm just like,
everywhere.
my mind went, because my mind is dirty. As soon as it all the tassels, I was like, I just put tassels on her outfit now. She got titty tassels. I don't know why it just happened. Like, ah!
She's doing helicopters as she walks away.
So at one point, as you're walking down the hallway, you are in the residential area, and you get a little, like a slight hint of a child's laughter that you somewhat recognize, or at least would assume that it's probably the kids that you,
Cass and
Cass
Aroka.
and Aroka. And you can hear the father Cask, who, you know, it's like, sit still. Some shit that dads
Things
say.
that parents.
Fucking.
It's open window season, so the yelling
Yeah.
is echoes.
Cass hit me!
You don't sit your asses down.
So you head through into a dining area that is already like lavishly decorated for you. It is like a brunch time, so the moment you head in, it's one of those where there are greeters who are like bowing and gesturing for you to sit at this table. There's food lined across the entire thing. Theratrix comes through behind you, and they have
Imagine walking through like the way like Snuffleupagus would, just like knocking over shit by accident and just.
I'm so sorry.
It is a huge hall. Like, it's one of those ridiculous.
Wait, I thought he
big-
wasn't gonna fit in the hall.
No, he's in the hall, not at the table with you.
Oh, okay.
Like, she can set him up on the side there.
It's his old little, instead of kid table, it's a dragon table.
It's kid table.
Dragon
Yes. Oh, I love the fact that
It's
there'd
a
be a
kitty
kids table.
You see them setting it up as he is coming over.
Bib.
They lead him.
Nick's just gonna run over and be like, hey, like, I want to sit with Eric. Oh my god. Dining together. He's gonna like slap the people, like, get another chair.
With
Get
her
another
kids.
They
I wanted
both,
to be a high, like one of like a kid's high chair in a restaurant though.
Yeah, and he's like,
they both have the
A booster seat.
tablecloth tied around his
Yeah.
bib on each end of the table.
your butts.
Indeed. So they set you all up and have you sitting there at the table. Is there anything that you want to discuss before Euthris returns?
I might be a bit paranoid, but this isn't a trap. Does anyone have a feeling like this is a trap?
Everything always feels like a trap.
The last time we were invited to a nice family dinner, it was so.
Yes, what is the term? Once bit, 10 times shy.
Something like that. But you have some demands that you need to come up with.
I hate this. Politics is not my strength. And as far as demands go, I'm not even sure where to begin.
Has the dragon spoken to you yet? How does this work? You're his mouth, whereas the rest of it must send a signal to you.
I don't know. As far as I know, all this is a title and some perks. I've heard nothing. I know nothing of what this actually means.
Perhaps you should pray on it. I mean, that is how you typically communicate with gods, yes?
For once, Ayla, that's actually pretty good advice. Thank you.
I'm sure that the Keepers and Liberator, they're going to need an adjustment time.
They'll also need supplies and other such things.
Sure, there are probably a few that have gone missing. So, you might want to ask for some additional help for them to rebuild.
It's not a bad idea either.
It'll also extend good relations, showing that the Keepers and Liberators, though they may have lost the Drakes, their numbers have now grown.
The Keepers and the Crown have always had a good relationship. So hopefully that
wasn't dependent upon their power.
we will have to see.
Like, she did seem to imply the crown was threatened by your being here.
I think that really has more to do with Zuruk and Pyrathorin, if I had to guess.
Crowns are usually worried about any disturbance of the power chain. It's like a house of cards.
But you did not. What would politically threaten the crown here? What would the ascension of this dragon god?
The appearance of power, perhaps.
The Keepers were also quite useful at preventing people from doing anything too stupid within their reach. You saw how he was respected inside the city when we first arrived.
And would that
The crown,
change?
the crown will have to step in now more often as the Keepers try to rebuild. Most won't be able to grasp their true power for a while. They'll need more guards, probably more skirmishes all around.
Especially if a prana is making a move.
Exactly.
Right, we won't be nowhere near that when that happens.
Our journey leads us north. So. But that doesn't mean that Zuruk won't have to deal with it.
Hey, he's capable.
There's only so much one man and a dragon can do. And he won't be able to do it forever. So. Are there any snacks on the table?
Mhm.
Pretzels and nuts and stuff.
Just start stressing.
Food almond.
As you start eating, it's almost like a signal. Euthris comes in, and behind her you do see Cask, her husband, and with his one arm, he's holding the hand of one of the children. The other one's on the other side, and they come over, and Cass runs right up to you all. And you see they're kind of like a gasp of both of the kids as they see who it is. And Cask is like, no, as they run right over and like start hugging each of you at the table.
I was like, what is this? Peels the child off.
They are not dissuaded by any reaction that is
Chocolate ring
negative.
around
You
the
say
mouth.
that
Yeah.
their hands are all sticky.
Yeah, always.
Cleansing stone is back out.
And they just kind of make the rounds, hugging everybody. And Cask says, "Thank you. I apologize. Thank you. I'm so sorry." After that, after Euthris like allows her kids to sit, and Cask tries to gain control, he does like the pleasantries of like, "Oh, how are you?" kind of thing. But you can tell he's you're not really sure what he does around here. He's like there.
He's a kid wrangler.
Yeah.
He's a catch man.
I mean, there are people they pay to do that, but he's there, and he kind of makes that small talk while not really contributing anything to like the overall discussion.
What?
He's
Shut
armed.
up.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm still lost. I am literally sitting here
I'm
going.
sorry. I'm
Because
so sorry.
why did you have to say that? Because now my brain's going through other possibilities on what he said, and I'm already trying to put that one deep down because
I hate how good it was.
Credit is due.
Why'd you have to do that? I'm fighting it. Okay.
So, Euthris says, or Nadola Corral specifically says, it is not lost on me that you do have a favor token from the time wherein you saved my little one's life, Cass. And Cass looks up at you all and says, thank you again for saving my life. I have learned a lesson and will never do that again.
Good.
It's good to hear.
I believe it.
She reaches across, knocking over some things to get some food that's on the table. And just like,
Well, the other one is just loudly blowing bubbles and chocolate milk.
just like slips under the table and is now near your feet somewhere.
Oh, these two kids are my favorite.
It does that. I can't get up.
I'm stuck! Well, there's a 3-inch gap between their head and the table. Amongst your demands, I would be happy to do whatever I can in the city while you're here to return the favor.
We will let you know what we may or may not need. As we've said, our journey will take us north. So,
North, you said. North where? What is your journey?
the meadows.
She takes a sip of wine that she has.
With 2 hands.
Cat, yeah, with both her arms.
Her arms grow back.
You see Cask looks up at you all and then looks at her. She does not look at him, but he's looking at all, and then he's trying to get one of the kid Aroka that went underneath, get her to come back up into her seat. And he says, "The meadows. That's quite a dangerous journey. Have you been to the meadows? We don't typically go that far. Suicide."
I have found everything I've seen so far is quite a dangerous journey. Do you know there are giant underground creatures that pop up all the goddamn time around here?
Yes. Yes, you have to watch out for them. Yeah.
I'm mind blown.
We have to have special guards around the city that their sole job is to ensure that they don't burrow through and come up under the wall. It is quite terrifying when they get close. But none have come dangerously close. Yeah, we have very good setup here. They don't like to be too close to the ocean either. Get too far in, the water comes in.
Good to know. Mind blowing.
It is. It's pretty horrific. I've seen.
So gross.
Well, yes, indeed.
But yes, everything along the way has been quite dangerous. So I'm not overly worried about more danger.
Well, there's a reason, though, that there's such a gap between, the meadows. It's especially dangerous. Like creatures that will rip you to shreds, and very strong magic is needed to survive out there. Folks have not quite. There are some natural boundaries between Devenya and Aprana, typically mountain ranges, that keep it a little more difficult to settle in that area.
Kind of sounds like a Tuesday.
We'll be able to handle ourselves.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Are there no people that live out in these meadows?
I believe there are some. He looks to the Broodmaster, and she says, "Oh, absolutely. Wherever there can be people, there are people. But they are on their own, as we say.
Nice. So nice. Nice.
We do not claim them. They claim no one, and so they only the bravest of the brave head out into the meadows. And good luck to them, I say.
Above the table, were we hiding the fact that we were meeting Maury in that group here at all?
I don't think.
I don't know if that was discussed prior.
I think this is just me, but like we're not mentioning it because that's our business.
Right. Look, they're asking us our business, and so far hasn't come up like, well, we're here to meet somebody.
So I didn't say it.
That's why I didn't say it. I'm like, I'm not like, I might.
Like,
Fuck,
yeah, we're
shit,
gonna
a
meet
lot.
friends, and they can be like, oh, really? Who are these friends?
Right. Okay.
Like, but that, you know, that bullshit.
So she asked you what your business is to the north.
We're not here to meet friends, that's for sure.
Not meeting anybody else. We're all on our lonesome.
Tourism.
Heading right up into the north.
Quite honestly, we're on a bit of a walkabout, wandering, seeing what we can do to help as we go.
Is that a charge of the voice of the world dragon, wandering and walking about?
Well,
It's a new job for him. He's still learning.
I would imagine, though.
some roll.
Sorry.
Wandering out in the meadows is incredibly dangerous for someone so important to a new movement.
Maybe that's why there's two.
Yes, you were going to tell me about this Zuruk, the other voice.
He has a fantastic jawline
I will note that.
and big arms.
I will note that as well.
Tightest.
This is
My children.
Yes, tightest sense of humor.
It looked like she was making a butt. Another sip of wine. Brunch wine from the ambassador. Does Zuruk have demands or assumptions, expectations? Who is he?
He is a wise man. He was a leader of the Liberators. And now he's one of the leaders of all.
And will he be displacing the Grand Master?
That remains to be seen.
Are you in communication with the other voice?
Currently, no.
Do you have a way to communicate?
Currently, no. Should have lied.
She doesn't know that you're not lying.
Well,
Roll a perception. And she just spikes it in my face.
I got him. Well, when you do communicate with the Zuruk, and you are able to collaborate on your demands, I would caution you to not include at this time any demands that would require our immediate attention and or splitting of the army. We will need to come together, all of us. The Liberators, Keepers, or whatever you all decide to be. The former Drake Wardens. The Iporians are gathering. I am not sure when they will strike, but they will. We do expect and have been warning to some extent that the entire east area, east of the Vascan Mountains, may not survive an assault by the Ipranas. We will have to make some tough choices. But if the voices of the World Dragon are in fact able to speak to Vascan Veterix, so you claim, his aid would be greatly appreciated and rewarded.
I will see what I can do. But I can make no such promise.
We would hate to lose Dahim.
Of
It's an
course.
important trade port. I also note Devenians among us. I believe you have not been home in some time. At least based off of me meeting you in Umari and now here, and you're headed north. Are you heading home?
Not intentionally, no.
I would be careful. No one in Iporian is targeting anyone from Devenia, but there are some tensions beginning to rise, as Devenia has not strongly chosen a side. And there are rumblings that it's because they are secretly choosing a Prana. No one would blame you, of course, but I tell you as a word of caution.
We appreciate your candor.
Difficult times. And you were there when the incident happened, so you are aware of the unfortunate demise of the assassin, and that the Callian and Cassian governments have, as of yet, refused to allow anyone to inspect the body or speak to it. That has raised some tensions internally as well. I feel as though things could very easily be answered and we could come to a clear conclusion about what occurred, as, of course, I had nothing to do with the death of the Iporian ambassador.
What would the Callian and Cassian Empire, why would they get in the middle?
Your guess is as good as mine. However, I understand that it is complicated. The death, the murder, occurred on their soil. There are bigger questions at work here, and of course, should answers come to light that are not in favor of Cassia and Callia, they may not want one or the other side to really know. It's very complex. But of course, it would lay to rest. That said, Prana has been trying to take over that area of Iporian for quite some time. They are under the impression that we took it from them. That is not true, of course. But what we would ask is that the voices of the World Dragon quickly determine whether they are going to aid Iporian, their home, in defending itself. Having dragons on our side would go a long way. She looks past you all to Theratrix, who is paying attention, but even.
Zurok and what is left of the Keepers and the Liberators will do their duty.
And their duty is to the crown.
To protecting the people.
The people of Iporian.
Yes.
I will pass that along. Millie is in the room, but she's kind of sitting right now.
Furiously jotting
Yeah,
down.
writing notes.
Just going through 3 quotes.
I picture her. What's the reporter in Harry Potter?
Rylsk.
Yeah, she always had like the magical quills, like writing shit down, like around her while she's writing shit down herself.
Well, enjoy your brunch, please. If there are any questions that I can answer for you, please. I am a wealth of knowledge, although of course I can only share so much with non-royalty, especially during these trying times, as they say.
You had mentioned demands earlier,
Yes.
and I'll be honest, I have no such demands, but I do have a recommendation.
Mhm.
That you send a delegation of some sort to Skyhome. Maybe along with some supplies. Something of that sort.
What kind of supplies?
Food, material. Help them rebuild.
Is this voice of the world dragon assuring my safety and the safety of a delegation that would be sent to Skyhome?
As far as I can, yes.
As far as you can, with not being able to communicate with your other voice.
The keepers watched over those passes for centuries. Before Rylsk was a city. They'll continue to do what they can to keep people safe.
Perhaps the voice could request of the crown sending a message beforehand. That is certainly within
Getting to that.
power.
Getting to that.
We do have the ability to send messages, yes.
Then I will speak to Zorak.
You would not mind my presence during that conversation with Zorak. Of course. It's a good faith.
To build trust.
Of course, to build trust.
Then yes.
A favor for a favor. You do have to understand the king is rightly concerned. A new power rises into the sky, allegedly. Dragons being spoken for or speaking on their own hasn't been seen. We are rightly afraid that during a time of contention, we would have another adversary swoop down from the skies and perhaps help the Iporians take over the rest of our fair lands.
We are Iporian through and through.
That's what I wanted to hear. Good. And Theratrix is Iporian as well. She cheers to Theratrix, who's just nods.
What'd you just call me?
Millie hands him a birth certificate.
Oh, please, eat. Enjoy. I will ensure that we are able to get some time to send a message to Zurich before the end of the day.
Thank you. I keep feeling like I'm like missing something. Like I should be able to talk to him or something like that. Like, I keep thinking that there's things that I forgot.
Well, he just told you you're the voice. He didn't. He
Yeah,
wasn't like,
no, you're the
here's
one
a
that-
rock you can
see,
talk into to talk
yeah.
to me, or you suddenly get the feeling you have the power to like commune with the god.
Like I said, I keep feeling like everybody expects something of Eldon. Like I missed an episode. You know what I mean? Like on of a show.
No, you're just given a whole lot of power and nobody's there to
Go now.
Yeah.
You're good. Go.
have to determine on his own what that power means. So you have your meal. It is lavish, and they have somebody playing music off in the background there. Millie eventually comes over and sits with you all. And the kids are just kids the entire time. Like, they are the most entertaining piece. Yeah, they are. You notice that the Broodmaster, she doesn't really correct anything that they do. Her cask is the one that's doing that. She just kind of sits and drinks her wine, watching them, and like laughs at whatever crazy stupid things they're doing. And Cask is there like trying to wrangle them. They're safe. They're in their home, but she's just like
They're totally distracted by the Kino on TV.
yeah. She doesn't have time for figuring out what these two crazy kids are gonna do. And if as the meal kind of comes to an end, she does stand up and say, I have arranged for us to have a conversation with Zuruk, or at least send a message. The rest of you, this has been lovely. If you have any, of course, we have the favor that I am happy to do what I can within reason. But our guards will escort you outside to wait for the voice.
Are we in the middle of eating? Like, did she
No,
just
it's
end
the end.
dinner? Oh,
You're dismissed.
ends dinner.
Go. And spit it out, everyone. You're done. Get out of here.
Drop the rolls. Let's go.
They gather you up. Millie says, "You know what? I got this. I'll take them out. There, and you all can chat." And she leads you in front of the four of you, as Euthris says, and Theratrix can join us, of course. I assume he is also a voice. Leads you deeper into the barracks, past all of these different areas where you can see soldiers are either conversing or studying or practicing their moves and battle moves and whatnot. And then she leads you into a more kind of library study area where there is an individual that she instructs, one of the soldiers, who you see them like start conjuring up. There's a stone that almost looks like it's a scrying stone of sorts, but it doesn't quite show anything as they do their incantation and move their hands. And she says, this will directly communicate with Zuruk. And of course I will be able to hear his response. And as the
I was gonna say, like,
stone kind of like coalesces, it's
like
almost
type
like
in
cloudy.
like his name.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know how to spell it.
Say his name 3 times and turn around.
So does he like appear in it?
No, you can't see anything. But
Okay.
the soldier that is doing the incantation looks at you and just nods that it's ready for you to speak.
Sorry, it's my stomach.
That's the noise it made.
I'm getting hungry.
I'll go get the stuff.
Zorok, brother. Is this sorry? I should
It's like
ask you first,
sending,
but-
like, you
okay,
get
so
to speak
how
and
many? But is it,
And it's give or take 25 words, but it doesn't. I'm not strict with it as long as you're not having a whole novel.
we'll say Zorok. I am in Rylsk with the ambassador, the Broodmaster. They wish to know our intentions regarding the upcoming Iporian possible attack. That was correct. What do you need? I don't know. This is all very much on the spot.
Yeah. She's just staring at you as you communicate. You hear his voice come through, and he says, "Brother, tell them we need support, food, able bodies. And a discussion directly with the king or ambassador here at Skyhome.
The ambassador is here. I have assured her of her safety should she go to Skyhome to speak with you. Supplies and other things were recommended. Send.
I like the idea of like they're both waiting, like to see if there's
What is
more. Darker's like, is that all?
Just say copy.
Yeah. Over.
And
He replies once more, the ambassador's safety is assured without question. We are Iporians, after all.
He's gonna look at Euthris, Ambassador Euthris, when he hears that.
She kind of half smile and nods.
We head north soon. I'll contact you again. It's good to hear your voice.
You hear him say,
again.
Just
you as well. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. And that's it.
Step away from them.
Euthris looks at you. Fantastic news. I will speak with the king as soon as I can. It is good to meet you, voice of the World Dragon.
Will need help rebuilding. Whatever this new coalition is of keepers and liberators. As I said, they've been charged with protecting that pass for hundreds of years. We won't stop now.
Good. Thank you, Theratrix, Eldon. I will escort you out. And as she leads you to meet with the rest of your crew, that is where we will take a break.
Stabbed right in the back.
You all meet back out in the front of the barracks. Theratrix and Eldon have returned to you.
And we're not being followed or escorted anywhere anymore.
They kind of, they escort you out and you are kind of on your own. From there.
The last guard
Sorry.
turns around. He's like, well,
I'm gonna assume things went well.
As well as I can, I suppose.
We are not in a dungeon. That is always a good sign.
And the food wasn't drugged, so I see this as a win.
Yeah, we're batting 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
Well then,
Well,
we should
yes.
probably find what we're here to find.
I'm gonna take out my sending stone. Message.
Okay.
Hey man,
Hey, bro.
we're in Rylsk.
Hey,
Where are
bud.
you at?
Hugs and kisses Ayla.
That's the worst when you get a message from a girl and she's like, "Hey, bud."
Champ.
Oh.
Hey,
Friend
bud.
zone.
Hey, bro. It's like you're like, "Hey, how you been?" "Hey, bud." It does. It just.
And then she gives you one of these.
Make sure I do this to you more often.
You guys are married. That doesn't work.
It's not the same.
You hear back from Maury. Maury's voice comes through.
I'm behind you.
I see.
Glad you made it. We are at the Rusty Beak Tavern on the dockside.
10 out of 10. For goofy names.
We'll wait for you here. Looking forward to seeing.
Great, we'll be there soon.
Do we all hear that, or is it only the people holding the stone?
Did you put it on speakerphone? Speaker stone?
Is it only one back and forth? Actually?
It's only one.
Okay, so I can.
I don't remember honestly if it was for
That was a pretty good time.
what message. You absolutely have to say it out loud. It's a whisper.
Yeah.
But sending, I don't remember what I said. My brain doesn't care at the moment.
Do we know where this Rusty Beak is?
I think it's over by the docks.
It's next to the rusty trombone.
Oh, Amanda.
What?
What?
Well, if,
I know.
That was perfect.
well,
Just the sweetness that you said it with is what took me off guard.
well, if my memory serves me correct, we should probably be looking for more of the red light district.
What does that mean?
A place where you would find an establishment like the Hook.
Oh, you mean the naked people?
Exactly.
Still so much growing to do.
So sweet, sweet summer child, Eldon. That's what we love about you, Eldon.
I don't know much about naked people just yet.
I like to
Okay,
see
we
what
know.
one day.
He's like that.
Kevin's like, we know.
Theratrix looks at all of you and says, I feel as though I am gathering quite a bit of attention. I can find somewhere to lay low.
I mean, as long as I do not have to pay your fines, it's fine.
You're not gonna get a ticket, Ayla. Don't worry. Don't park in fucking front of a fire hydrant.
Didn't put coins in the meter, right? Like,
I did not get the impression that you are not welcome. They paraded you through the town, the city, the streets.
I'm fine to stay by your side. I just wanted to inform you. As you can see people like, as they walk by. You will not be out of the public eye as I walk beside. If that does not bother you, I'm happy to come along.
fine with me.
We're not doing anything illegal yet.
It's up to you, Iolite.
I think it would be great if he's there.
You like naked people too.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Their tricks is like, bring me all the bitches.
Eric turns into the biggest whore there is. Yeah. Go
That's his
Eric.
dragon horde. His horse.
His dragon horse.
His horde.
He just
His
lays
horde
on
of
top
whores.
of a horde of whores.
Yeah, horde of whores.
Just naked bodies.
God, that's one of the most fucked up name of an episode ever. Horde of whores.
Horde of whores.
We cannot add that one.
Look,
to
you're
the
just lucky that he can't, what is it? Humanoid shape or whatever?
Not yet. I don't know.
I think
He's still a pup.
God, he's gonna, if he does learn, he's gonna be so much hotter than
Be
Eldon.
more
He's gonna be such a good looking guy.
It's gonna look like Eldon, but like attractive Eldon.
Oh wow! Ouch! Ooh, that would hurt.
He can probably morph into almost anything, so he'll just be a better version of everybody.
Yeah, you know if he could do that, he'd get more ass in a toilet seat. You know that.
What?
Theratrix, more ass in a toilet seat.
He's dragon, of
Of
course.
course he would.
We know.
And if he's blue.
Careful.
Careful,
Oh, yeah.
Silas, tight. Yeah.
Theratrix, I've never seen you like this.
You're suddenly tolerable.
Fucking playing with fire.
Don't say anything. Don't speak.
Yeah, don't tell Ayla that's their tricks.
As long as he doesn't open his mouth, she's like, to speak.
Have you ever had deep thoughts about complex moral issues? You're like, oh, it's the merchants.
Yeah.
I slipped that one right under, and I was so. That was great.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh.
Oh, you slipped that one right under.
I get to go through these clips.
And we're going to say at one point this, we were like, found it.
As you go to leave, you do hear, "Hey, wait up! One sec, everyone!" Loudest voice. It's Millie, running through the gated area. She's like, open it up, quickly.
Walk faster.
The guards open up the gate, and she comes over to you. So yeah, there are tricks. Walking around with you might arouse some attention. Don't worry, we have let the Adar know. They'll probably follow you around a little, but it's for your safety as much as the rest of the city.
It's good to know. Thank you, Millie.
Of course. Yeah, we can't have a dragon just, no offense, but walking around and terrorizing people. Should he choose to.
All I have met are nice dragons. I did not know what all this fear is about.
Very lucky. You're very lucky.
Trix is like, but I'm a good boy.
This is not terrible.
They put the ankle transceiver around his leg.
Under house arrest.
Just so we know where you are.
All right then.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Thank you as
You too.
always, Millie.
Great to see you again. You're all growing up so fast. You've gotten so big. Very mature.
A lot has
None of
happened.
us
know what?
straight
I know.
face.
A lot has happened.
Millie, you wouldn't happen to know where the rusty beak is, would you?
What kind of girl you take me for? Of course I do. It's right down that way. Take 3 lefts and then a right. Keep walking down. She tells you where to go.
You're exceptional as always.
Well, thank you. All right. Try not to experience too much more trauma.
I guarantee
see
you
it.
probably will.
Not all over your faces. That's how I know you've aged.
All the trauma wrinkles.
You all have lines in your face now.
Reminds me I need to go do my skincare regimen.
I do have more blue hair these days.
Except Ayla, she's looking fabulous as always. Perfectly clean and mature.
And moisturize.
Mm-hmm.
You look very mature.
And moisturized.
Keep doing whatever it is you're doing, honey.
Thank you. I will.
All right, bye. She leads you. Make a
I felt like the DM telling us like, get rid of dragon.
make a perception or so. What would it be? Perception probably, or investigation, or
Everybody.
Ooh,
Everybody.
In
it's just natural ambience at this point. I don't even know.
sorry.
investigation
If I
or
could ever get my damn
Is that
thing to
perception?
load, I'll do just that.
See if you can like. She told you where it is, but you haven't been.
Since I've been here,
Yeah,
can
you've
I have
been-
advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was. Okay, whoa. The first one was a 2.
Investigation or
This one's a
perception,
19 plus 5.
Yeah. Whichever one. As you're going through the city.
Plus 5, 17.
All right. What everybody get?
22.
14.
All right.
21.
Okay.
24.
21. All right. Okay. So as you are
Clearly
walking,
looking in the opposite direction of everything.
as you're walking through the city, you do note a few different establishments. There's a tea house. You see a restaurant called the Dragon's Belly Bistro. That's one of the first ones that you pass. There's a couple of different areas. You
Scouts.
Scoots.
Scouts.
Good callback.
And then at a certain point, as you continue on this day, you do see a little shop called Tia Tanya's Tincture Temple. That
Tia Tanya's Tincture Temple.
that gives you a little callback to Pappy Polly's Potion Palace.
It's Peppy Polly's.
Very similar, like it's kind of tucked into a little corner.
Are they related?
Oh.
You guys want to go in?
Sure.
It looks like my dad, but with
The
long
way-
hair.
It's
No.
a beardless.
It's Pappy
beardless
Polly.
Polly.
It's Pappy Polly just with a
With a wig.
no mustache.
It is your city, so lead the way.
It's not my city, but I take your meaning. Let's go.
Bead curtain.
Uh,
I totally heard something else.
you leave Theratrix outside.
I don't even know what you meant. I said bead curtain. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, dude. What?
That's what I heard you say.
I don't want to play anymore.
You leave Theratrix outside.
Yeah, I
You
do.
just kind of like stands guard.
He
You
doesn't need to be
see
a part of this. Poor innocent boy. Oh, Lord.
people are giving him a wide, like, they are not coming much closer to him. Still, like, in awe of him, but, and you do notice that kind of where he stands within, like, 10, 15 feet, and a Dar soldier just kind of, like, places themselves close by. Not threatening, just there. And you head into Tia Tanya's.
We're gonna come out and Derek's just having a full-on conversation with this guard.
So we're gonna come in, he's gonna have a boot on him. Like we double parked somewhere.
Get a bunch of tickets shoved in his mouth.
It's like walking into Pappy Polly's. It's almost exactly the same. Everything is set up. There's these weird like tinctures and drafts and potions. Some are spilled and some are like in progress of being made. There's a little table off to the side, and you see behind the counter another gnome, but not Pappy Polly. It's not Pappy. But it is
Hippie Polly.
a very similar looking gnome to Pappy Polly, except this one is female. And as you come in, she goes, "Hey! Welcome."
Hello. Hi.
Are you making fun of me?
Howdy. No.
Oh, he's just nervous. Welcome to Tia Tanya's Tincture Temple. How can I help you? You're not from around here.
No, we were quite curious to see what wares you sell.
I have so many wares. You can make your own wares. Come in. Join me.
I want to make my own wares. I'm going to make a potion.
I don't think I used the last one.
You all look very disturbed.
That's
You're
just how
giving
we
me a
live.
disturbed feeling.
Oh.
Don't
Why is that?
don't take
Mission
this the wrong way.
accomplished.
We found an establishment on Yamari Island that was
Oh, Yamari.
very similar to this one.
That would be my cousin.
Polly is your cousin.
Paul. I don't call him Polly. We're not that close.
Do you like him?
He owes me some money.
I'm not surprised. That guy
So
sucks.
we're on a very no pet name
He's
basis.
a knock.
Yeah.
He's a
snitched on us.
snitch.
Well, listen. He's my family. You don't get to talk about him.
Okay.
So let's nip that in the bud. Let's just not talk about it.
Let's make some potion.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. That's what we do here at Team.
You're gonna buy some tinctures and you're gonna get out.
We'll pretend you didn't even bring them up. I don't,
Bring who up?
Exactly. What the fuck was that? All right. So we're making potions.
I think so.
Yeah.
Great. Love it. I got a BOGO deal. You know what that
is
means?
We're
This
not
one doesn't
from the
know what it
area.
means.
We'll have to.
Buy one, get one. BOGO.
Ah.
The ladies know what it meant. Choose. It's always BOGOs at Payless. All right. Not this lady. Okay.
I was thinking more the
She's
daggers
for
for
herself.
herself, but that's just
All right, everybody. How about roll a d10?
Which one's
Which one's the D10? I know that.
We are making some potions with a random potion table. What'd you get?
9?
A 9. That means you, Ayla, are making a juice.
I got a 9 also.
A juice.
I need to.
You don't have a d10?
No, I
Oh.
lost my.
sorry, I was trying to stifle that one. 3.
A 3 is a draft.
Nice.
1.
A 1 is a potion.
Also a one.
All right, we got some potions, we got some drafts, we got
Juice.
some juices. A D100
Ooh.
is going to be
Whoa.
the main effect that your
Alright.
potion will be.
There's that big metal one.
Don't fuck with that thing. 50.
No, just do your. I have it over here.
Double production.
I got it stolen. Secret from me. Cost me like $65. All right, what we got? I'll go this way.
42.
42. With a 42, yours is beautiful appearance.
I got a
69.
I was gonna say, you didn't have to say the number. I knew exactly what he rolled.
Yes. I was like,
66.
There's only one
wait.
number that can elicit that response from any one of them.
Makes the user appear more.
I got a potion
More
of
attractive.
beautiful appearance.
Whoa.
Yes.
Go handy with that
95.
69.
95. With a 95, you've got a babblefish. It lets the user speak any language but not understand it.
That's
So they
helpful.
can understand the person who drank it, but
So you can speak it, like, you
But
can
I
talk,
have no
but
idea
you
what you're
won't
saying.
know what they're saying.
You can speak Spanish, but you don't understand Spanish.
Just don't kill me. Whatever the thing is.
28.
A 28 gets you stamina. Gives the user more stamina and constitution.
Nice. 54.
A 54 is goblin climb. Gives the user a bonus to climbing.
Oh, nice.
And 69,
Nice.
fame. Makes the user more famous.
Oh, that's what you need.
To make up for your necklace being on. All right.
So I have fame juice.
Well, you're gonna get to name it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
A
You should put
D10.
it
It's you got
Juice?
celebrity juice, yeah.
Oh.
A D10 is gonna give you how strong the potion is. So everybody roll a D10.
Yeah. Ooh.
A 10, seemingly permanent.
Oh.
2.
A 2 is just regular with no side effect.
3.
Regular with a strong side
Of
effect.
course it is.
8.
8 is, it gives you resistance. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's a poison. There's almost no positive effect. It's all side effect.
All right.
I also got a
Next
10.
away.
Seemingly permanent.
I'm gonna be hot forever.
I'm gonna be famous forever.
Yes!
Yes!
I'm gonna steal that potion from you. I'm gonna be hot and famous forever.
She will gladly switch.
So those of you who got a side effect, which I think it was only 2 people. All right, go ahead and roll a D100.
Oh dear God.
She ready to be permanent.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Is that a 100?
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Trip zeros?
Scared.
So yours was mild, right?
No, hers was regular with a strong side effect.
Oh, a strong side effect of laughter. And what did you get?
5.
Oh, all the way at the other end of the spectrum, you got vivid hallucinations.
This is just if you want to hallucinate, basically.
You got drugs.
We
You
are
made
lit-
drugs.
Yeah, we are literally on our way to the fucking loony bin.
You made acid.
You.
What was the actual...
Put a referee stick in there.
It's
Mix
a
it up.
draft of stamina
Oh,
with strong side effect of
So you
laughter.
can...
Yeah,
no,
he
what
made-
was the...
Oh, mine was the babble fish, so I could
Oh.
speak any
It's
language,
just-
So you can speak to whatever things
But-
you hallucinate.
He made fucking LSD.
but it has vivid hallucinations.
Yeah, it actually pretty much doesn't work. It's just a poison.
You
Hallucinations.
The
Oh, right.
container, you get to roll a d20.
It's gonna be like dirty
17.
Ziploc.
17 for the container is a colored bottle,
12.
a geometric diamond-shaped bottle,
Ooh.
6. Dirty Ziploc.
a glass.
I got a 5, so
Dirty Ziplocs!
mine's gonna be tied off like rubber or something.
It's a glass syringe for 6, a metal thermos for 5,
Metal thermos.
Syringe.
and
You
what
got a
is,
syringe?
what is the
You
poison?
did make
Yeah, I
a
got a
fucking
glass syringe.
You got a syringe?
I got a glass syringe.
Oh.
A small shot-sized bottle.
Every time I buy
You
it,
need that
it's so fucking
syringe.
ridiculous.
You need
So what's your potion come in? A small baggie.
D20 for how it looks. The potion looks.
Oh.
We'll go this way.
7.
Light blue,
1.
clear.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is a
yes.
drug.
20.
Dude, you were gonna
This
fuck
is
someone up
straight
so
up
bad.
LSD. It's a small little clear
Dark
vial.
red,
Dark red. Dark red.
15.
orange.
Also 15.
Alright, orange. It's with another D20 that has some
Dude,
other
you
things
just
in
had
it.
an LSD roofie.
Another D20?
Another
That's
D20.
exactly what you just got, was an LSD roofie.
Could come in handy.
Flecks of color.
And 1.
Yeah.
9.
I'm sorry, we supposed to roll it.
Soft
Another D10.
glow.
D20, I'm sorry.
5.
Some kind of bone that's floating in it.
It is very, isn't that the goblin one? Oh, no,
14.
yours is us.
Yeah, the stamina.
Some
with
dirt
crazy
floating on
laughter.
Seriously?
Dirty
10.
roofie!
Oh my god.
Stripes of color. Alright, and then the texture
Oh, dear.
of the potion is a D10.
I'm gonna get like slimy or some shit.
You could.
That's gonna get that cat vomit.
Baby shit.
Another 10.
Another 10. You got almost gaseous.
This is the
The texture.
text.
So this since this is
Gaseous.
buy one get one, do we each get 2 of these? Is that what happens?
If you buy one, you get to do another one if you want.
Oh yeah, okay. I want to do another one.
Yeah, we're doing well.
This was a wrestling match.
We started late. We got a little story in, and then we just make
It's just all
drums.
potion making.
It's okay. This is the rest of the night. I like it.
Did you get a
9.
Forgot this slice.
milky?
We just go stuff right
Oh,
over
right.
here.
Also nine.
Milky
Milky?
bone.
Milky clear with flecks of dirt in it.
4.
You're just making it up now for his.
Slimy.
Slimy. Oh damn it. Like mine's it had like all before you hit slimy, it was like such like a nice little,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
You smell it. Well, let's see what the smell. The taste actually is D100.
Oh,
God.
boy.
Oh, you're gonna roll that twice. So
2
D100.
2
D100.
D100. So keep the numbers.
Cool. 100.
You get 100 also?
Right?
So
10
did you say
and a 0.
roll,
That's
roll
No,
this
no,
twice,
No,
or
it's
Trip
zeros,
zeros
all
is
3
100.
zeros.
Oh, okay.
So that's just 10.
so we roll
Just
this
that's
twice?
confusing.
just remember our numbers?
Yeah, just remember your numbers. You can roll it
Alright,
twice.
10.
So, yep, 10. All right. So it yours with a 10 smells like blood,
Huh.
but
10.
tastes like
84.
success.
Ooh.
That tracks
It does.
for
In a
fame.
fucked up
Like
way.
fame potion.
Yeah, it really
91
does.
and a 30.
It smells like fruit punch,
Nice.
and it tastes like. Where are we at 30? Tastes acidic.
I was gonna say, I don't know why I was gonna say battery acid for some reason.
Gobble. It tastes like
Uh,
blood, smells like.
33
Success.
and
Yeah.
50.
33 and 50?
Yeah.
33.
That's 4.
Yeah.
No, that just means
Oh, 40.
0.
Sorry, 40. That's why
43?
I just asked you. No, just 40 and 33.
40 and 30, 33.
I'm sorry.
It smells like chemicals and tastes like indescribable but nice.
Is that bone?
Is that milky
You
bone?
got that nice milky bone.
76 and 81.
Smells like candy.
Oh my god.
Tastes like human flesh.
Oh,
shit.
that couldn't be any further on.
This has to go
You
to
gotta
like
trick someone. into
the
thinking
worst enemy we can find.
that. Yeah.
48 and 89.
Smells like the sea. And tastes like pepper.
Okay, like peppercorn, pepper,
Just
as
like
in
pepper.
like pepper.
Whatever you feel like it. Pepper is.
I assume.
And then the
Like black
label.
pepper.
Not
D100 to see what you label it as. And Tiatani is cheering you on. Buy one, get one.
75.
75 on the label is a red X.
Should be.
15.
With a 15 on the label is.
A smiley face.
It doesn't have a label.
Of course it doesn't. You can't label drugs like that.
Literally a freaking roofie.
It's just straight up LSD.
Yeah, at this point.
With a little bit of dirt.
He tried to
Little
land.
sprinkle of dirt.
Spilled on the
Hey,
ground.
Boston, we love that dirty water.
Oh, 93.
With a 93,
Shit, let me speaking languages
there's a
you don't
mysterious
understand.
number on it.
Mysterious number.
30.
30 is a cartoony mascot.
Whatever you want.
Maybe a little strong goblin.
49.
And 49 is the label plays a song until the bottle is empty. It just continuously plays a very light sing song until it's empty.
Again, that tracks for
We're
famous
gonna
potion.
be famous.
All right. These potions are
We have a potion of beautiful appearance that seemingly lasts forever that came in a metal thermos that's light blue, stripes of color, slimy, smells of the sea, tastes like pepper, and it has a red X on it.
There you go.
What about you, buddy?
What'd you end up with?
So I
LSD.
I ended up with a poison that causes vivid hallucinations inside of a clear shot glass with a little bit of dirt. It has a milky texture with no label, but it smells like candy and tastes like flesh.
Like, smells like candy, tastes like flesh.
Draft of stamina, regular with strong effect of laughter, corked glass,
Syringe.
syringe. Oh yeah, that's right. Dark red. Done. What? Your writing is so small.
Well, I mean, you're the one who asked me. What was it? Dark red. What was the third thing? we
Bone
rolled for?
floating.
Bone.
Oh, yeah.
Milky, chemical smell. Nice, but
But
undescription
indescribable.
and mysterious.
Mysterious number on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
number.
Mysterious number just chilling on label.
What number is it?
Mysterious.
It's a mysterious number.
You can't read the number?
You know what number
If
it
you
is.
could, if you knew what that number was, it would be mysterious.
It's a number written in a different language.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
That
69,
you could,
right?
that you could only say but not understand if you take his drugs.
I made a juice of goblin climbing with no side effect. It's a regular strength. It has a geometric diamond-shaped bottle and it's orange with a soft glow. It's almost gaseous. It smells like fruit punch. It has an acidic taste and a cartoony mascot.
Oh, yeah, like that one.
It
Nice.
really is
I
fruit
forgot.
punch. Like, it really is.
Ecto cooler or something.
It's
Yeah.
got a goblin.
It's
head.
red.
Doing that.
See, I
doing that
imagine,
cliffhanger, the Stallone.
Oh, there
pose.
you go.
I imagine the Calvin and Hobbes because I imagine it being called goblin juice. It's like the thing when he's like peeing on the Ford symbol or whatever.
Oh, God.
With a little goblin like, yeah.
I made famous juice that has no side effects, seemingly permanent, in a colored bottle. It's orange with flecks of color. It's almost gaseous. Tastes like blood, smells like success, and the label plays a song until the potion is finished.
Alright.
That was fun.
One more round.
Yeah,
Yes.
do it again.
50 gold for a potion. So, but it's buy one, get one. Alright, let's start with the title again. This is a roll a d10 to find out what you made. Draft, juice, potion.
8.
You made an ichor,
Okay.
a potion,
2.
an elixir,
Ooh.
Potion.
Ooh, I like
Instant
that.
death.
I know. It sounds.
a vial,
55.
a filter,
Filter.
pH filter.
What is that?
It's like a beaker.
D10, 100, sorry, not D10. D100 for the effect. The potion's main effect is
37.
37. Eagle Sight. It gives the user strong vision and a bonus to perception.
42.
Beautiful.
Oh, shit.
It's a beautiful appearance.
Dude, fuck yeah. We're gonna both
Makes
we're gonna
you
be
appear
fucking
more
hotties,
attractive.
dude.
We are sexy bitches.
The two boys are gonna have a boys' night. We're gonna go out. We're gonna drink these potions. We're gonna be hot as
Have
fuck.
a glow up.
Hey, we haven't rolled for side effects yet. I could make another LSD. let's
That
be
is true.
perfectly reasonable
It'll be
here.
so hot when he walks out the door.
9. Necro resistance. Gives resistance to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
64.
64 is navigation. Makes the user unable to get lost and find where they need. 4.
I like how like
Or-
ours are all like fun and games, and yours are actually applicable. Like,
Might. It gives a bonus to attack rolls after you drink it. Now,
so you'll be more than a +1.
D10 for the strength of this.
1.
regular with a slight side effect.
8. All side effect again,
It's a
right?
poison.
I told you. Just
Beauty
wait.
potion.
I mean
There is
that
no positive side effect.
that
at all.
totally tracks with Kyle.
I know.
He's
I
just
was
making like
he's like
he just
Wednesday
can't,
Addams.
but
Just
No, like,
a little this,
Snape
little that.
loves you in his
Yeah.
class.
1.
Okay, regular with a slight side effect.
1.
Okay.
6.
Major with a strong side effect.
But
So
the side
I just
effects-
have
but
to-
the side effects don't have to be negative.
Right.
They can be
Right.
positive.
It's just
side
going to be
effects.
strong. All right, now we do the side effect. It's usually temporary, and in this case, you didn't. It says seemingly permanent. That does not mean that it absolutely is permanent. So, D100 for the side. Let's make sure I got it first.
Fucking 40.
Okay, 40 is magically covered in dirt. Magically covers you in dirt.
That's the side effect.
That's a very strong side effect I think you got, right?
Right.
So you'll
Yeah.
be covered in dirt magically.
You're looking at dust bunny, but you'll be a strong dust bunny.
Yeah.
74.
74. Sadness.
Oh.
You'll know where you're going, but you're gonna be really sad.
We're bummed about
Getting
it.
there. Yeah.
At least slightly sad, right? I think you guys got
Yeah,
sad.
slight sadness.
16.
Oh no.
You're gonna have a sudden horrific accent.
Whoa, blimey.
I just have a really bad French accent.
governor.
A really bad French accent.
86.
86.
Please be horrendous.
It's going to be most likely, isn't it?
It says becoming strangely light.
He's gonna float away.
Yeah, get floaty. Or very, very light. It's a poison. So okay. Yep.
So it's the negative light. So this is fizzy lifting.
Yeah,
drug.
yeah.
They're going, they're going away.
We'll have to figure that out.
To the fan. The old ceiling fan. 13.
13 is deafness.
Oh shit! So I can see, but I can't hear.
Here's shit.
Tunnel vision.
What is your
reverse
potion
Daredevil.
in? It's gonna be a D20. What is it being held in?
I feel like reverse Daredevil.
Sorry. Oh my god. So bad tonight.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Hey,
It's
thanks for not leaving me
contagious.
alone.
Got it.
I hear all those subs coming in.
Yeah, we're just gonna get a bunch of freaks and they're like, burp again for us. He knows his name. You know.
You got a small shot-sized bottle for your deafness potion.
12.
12 is a geometric diamond-shaped bottle.
Nice. 15.
15 is a leather pouch.
Nice.
8.
A small shot-sized bottle.
14.
And 14 is a translucent beer bottle.
Nice.
Walking around with that. The appearance, so the potion looks D20.
11.
It looks light gray,
12.
yellow,
19.
brown,
It looks like beer.
black,
7.
light blue. And
I better
then
not mix these fucking things up.
another D20 to see what it has in it.
No more floating bones.
No bones.
3.
Fizzing bubbles.
It's now.
It
It's
is
now.
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is just a beer now.
10.
It's a beer that makes you dirty.
Either that or it's Crystal Pepsi.
Stripes of color.
18.
18, a face in the liquid.
Ooh.
We got a bone in
Better
the
than a
face.
bone.
Kethra.
I like how you just.
Fitting.
But I like how you didn't imagine it as like a bubble face. It was just a face for you.
Just a
like
face.
a skin face.
Yeah, just a skin
That's where
face
the
floating.
bone came from.
Don't know where Tia got it from, but there's a face in there.
19.
Constantly moving and shifting liquid.
Ominous. 5.
some kind of bone floating in it.
Nice. I got a bone
Hey, Bone
too.
Twins! How you doing?
Now we got the texture for a D10.
Ooh, the texture one's what gets me.
I said D10.
Almost solid.
You can chew it.
Last time I got almost gaseous. Now
Like
it's
Jell-O?
almost solid.
Instead of I'm thinking like Jello.
7.
Chunky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really catches on the
You're
teeth.
chunky like peanut butter, not chunky like.
How is chunky different from almost solid?
Like theirs is almost
one
solid.
Like yours,
No,
like,
it's-
I
I
don't know
got
how you're
5.
gonna get it.
You'd have
out.
to break the bottle and start chewing it like
Yeah.
taffy.
You need to get it with a fork and a knife. I also got a 5, so that's almost solid.
Yep.
3. Scared.
Airy and bubbly.
Oh, that's so much better.
And I got a 6.
Oily.
Yeah,
Nice.
black and oily.
All right, now we're doing 2 D100s again to see what it smells like, but tastes like. So smells like the first one, but tastes like the second one.
14.
Smells like fruit.
60.
Yours
Oh.
smells like. You say 60?
Yep.
Hate.
Paint.
72.
Yours smells like fumes.
22.
22 smells like wet goblin.
Kind of like a dog.
We just
Uh,
turned up a notch.
26.
Garbage. And now what it tastes like. Another D100.
36.
36 tastes like alcohol.
You literally just
I made
ordered
hard
a
beer.
little beer.
Hard beer.
Yeah, it was a second
80.
Oh, okay.
Tastes like beef.
That little kid. Do you ever see that Vine? Tastes like beef.
Yes.
Smell like beef.
12.
Tastes like vomit.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That's gonna be chunky.
Yikes.
I already know what mine tastes like because I rolled 81 again, so it tastes like flesh.
Yes, it does. Kai.
It's so fitting.
The most Kai potions
You win
ever.
the
Stop using that secret ingredient. Flesh at the end of the
Just got like some flesh,
Just a little-
flesh juice in his
little
pocket.
something.
75.
Cinnamon.
Oh shit.
The sweetest thing. It's just like, here's mine. It's like, here's mine. He got some flesh extract in his pocket and just dip it
It's some
in.
puke.
Mine's cinnamon and pepper and smells like the sea.
Yeah.
You got garbage
Michael,
and
it smells like-
flesh.
Yeah, like a wet goblin vomit. So we're doing real good over
It's
here.
Oscar the Grouch. Like, that's a grouch potion.
All right, with the D100, we got the label, the last bit.
Oh shit.
Wow. 6.
Is that a 100 right there? Is it a 10 and a...
No, that's just.
Whatever you want its
just-
description
just-
to be
oh.
in Gnomish. Tia comes over, she
Yeah.
grabs it from you, she's like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
I like this one.
Who was that?
94.
A 94 is a code name. Whatever code name you want to give it.
78.
A happy face.
At least it's not an actual face, just floating this time.
12.
A 12 is bold words in giant. Tia will write that on there too. Tia Tanya.
10.
A mass-produced label saying it's a new flavor. Cinnamon. I trust you are happy with your potions. If you're not, I don't give a shit. You paid me. This is what I give you. You made them yourself.
That was amazing.
It's a wonderful experience.
Of course, it was.
You said it was how much? 50?
50 gold.
Just for
BOGO. Just for one. Alright, get out of here. Come back. Someday.
Get out of here, kid. Your face.
Potion doesn't kill you. Come back someday.
Yeah. You signed the waiver without realizing it, right when you started. It was on the door, see right above the head behind you when you came in. The moment you start making potions, I am absolved of any and all injuries or death that may come from the usage of these.
It's like the Disney Plus user agreement.
The Santa Claus.
Locked in, you agreed to it. Alright. Theratrix is outside as you leave.
Should have had him in there making movies.
There's a little crowd that has gathered around, and there's like somebody there who's set up, who's a sketch artist, who's like sketching people who are standing next to him, like put their arms up and are like, hey, and then there's putting the big what are those cartoony faces
Oh,
with
the
caricatures, and then just
This
handing them
Theratrix
off.
all out of a proportion.
Theratrix is upside down.
Next
right
time
now.
we're gonna put a hat down in front of him when we go into a store, so it's good. So we come back and it's full of gold.
He's busting.
He sees you and people are like, oh, and he like walks over, and he looks like he's got a big smile on him.
Making friends, Theratrix, I see.
This is much nicer than how it used to be.
Well, this is probably one of the only cities where this is going to happen in this manner.
Understood.
Doesn't mean you can't enjoy what happens.
They drew pictures of me. Look, you can see a little kid that's running with a like drawing of them with Theratrix like down with their.
Little stick figure.
All right, you are headed to.
Rusty
With
beak.
some potions and drugs.
Now we're heading to the Rusty Trombone.
Rusty beak.
The Rusty Beak.
Sure, that's what we're going to call it.
You do know that the dockside area doesn't really like. There are some area because it just spans this whole long area. There are some that one of the districts likes to claim, and then other areas where it's just considered the dockside commons. And you do. It takes you a little bit, but you're kind of meandering as you go, getting some street food in Iporian.
Like me.
Sure.
Oh,
An
it's
Iporian
midday,
version
so
of it.
Right.
Midday meat.
Midday meat.
Midday meat.
That sounds grosser.
Yeah, it's not as chewy.
You see this welded iron shack that's perched on these pilings above this canal there. And there are tables and mismatched chairs as you walk in, and that they all crowd this main floor. There is there are a lot of folks in this tavern. It's a very lively place, as you would expect, going into the port area. And as you head in, you are greeted almost immediately. You can see that the Astrom's End folks are all kind of sitting at a table off to the side, and more than one of them have been kind of like eyeing the door, because the moment you all walk in, Desi like jumps up right away, and you can see the big smile on his face that he always has when he sees Iolite. The rest of the table, like a couple of them stand up, but Desi like heads right on over. We'll say Yuri stands up as well and also has a big smile, and they are following not right behind Desi because he's like, you know, pushing people out of the way to get over, and then he just does one of those big scoop up hugs that like lift up and like a kiss on the cheek and just like holds you close as the others. Yuri comes up behind. And he says, I'm just so happy to see you.
I missed you so much. Are you okay? How are you doing?
Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah.
Good.
We lost Gary. Though.
Did you forget him somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't forget him. We don't know where he is. He literally like,
He just
gone.
disappeared.
He was the forgettable one, though, right?
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
You worried about him?
Yeah, I mean, well, Sorta. I mean, he, comes and goes. Then you hear a voice, and you look over, and there's a human guy at the table. He's like, I'm right here.
Yes, okay.
I'm right here. Desi, come on.
Didn't go anywhere.
I've been here the whole time.
He's been here the whole time.
And Desi's like, oh, shit. Oh, there he is. He's fine. Gary's fine.
He's back.
Good. Gary. Yuri comes up over and kind of like open armed to Kethra.
He goes, all right.
All right. Yuri gives you a hug. And Desi just, hey, everybody, come sit at the table. Like grabs your hand and leads you over to where everybody is. And Yuri smiles at Desi's enthusiasm and says, how are you doing?
All right, how are you?
Yeah, just about the same, I think. You look all right. You look like you're doing all right.
Oh, yeah. Doing great. How about you? So what have you guys been up to?
Well, just waiting for you. Which is fine. No complaints. It's good to get off the road and
We're not really known for being punctual, but that's okay.
Got
yeah.
a little caught up in raising a god, things happen.
I heard or saw of
Hashtag
that.
this woven fates things.
I saw that dramatic show of lights in the sky there.
That was what?
I bet it was.
Mm-hmm. Very cool, but also a lot.
You all doing okay?
Some better than others.
True.
Cryptic as ever. We've got drinks for you, though. Come, sit
I'm
down.
glad not much has changed.
Yeah, no, we're all good. The keepers, were really fabulous. Brought us through. Maury, as always, very wordsmithy. Got us here pretty quickly, so.
That's good.
I'm sure Maury will be wanting to speak with us.
Yeah, or her anyway. Zip over to the table where Iolite, Desi, has you sit. She's here! And Maury smiles at you. Very glad to see that you made it in one piece with the whole team.
Unfortunately.
Rumblings of a dragon walking the streets with a group of folks have already made it down here to the docks. I imagined it was you, given their tricks, but they're saying he's big now.
Oh, yes, he's grown.
He's a big boy now.
Very exciting.
It is, yeah. I'm really happy for him. He's doing great.
It's good. Sit, please, everyone. Come, sit down. Desi pulls a chair out for you to sit, and you can see him. He sits down next to Fernilli, who's there. Julep is there. When you come over to sit down, she just kind of is like, "I'm gonna go get a drink." And she gets up and walks away. And Takeo, the fox folk, is like, I'm gonna go join her. Big smile. He gets up, heads over to wherever it is that she's gone, away from you, Paul. And Maury says, more seats for you. So you're doing...
Loudly drag a stool over next to Ayla.
So we're all being invited to go sit now.
Yeah, you're all invited to sit. Maury looks over all of you. Glad to see you're in good spirits and good health. And that you decided to join us. We were a little worried, but Desi here kept assuring us that you would be along, and saw the light show, and it was very sweet. Looks at Des here, who's just smiling.
Sorry we kept you waiting.
Oh, no. It has been an interesting experience. We had to wait for my contact to arrive, and it is... I'm looking forward to leaving the city. There's no rush per se, but I have my lead, and I think it would be good for us to head into the meadows, but not before we have rested and prepared, because it's going to be quite the journey.
How far does your contact say it'll be?
It's going to be a bit. We have a general area, but there is an interesting development. You will have known that the deadly fedora, I believe we've talked about this before, was found. And the body of one of the ship's crew was also found. There are rumors that beyond where the ship moored, there's these veins of rot that seem to be spreading out over the land. Nothing. It's hard to describe. Almost as if the ship's crew traveled and have dispersed and are spreading something with them.
We have kind of become experts in dealing with trails of rot at this point.
We came across something similar on Mari Island. We thought it was related. I'm drawing a blank on the giant aberration. Shabazz. We thought it had a link to Shabazz, but if it's here... Oh my god, what was the name of the other thing?
Such as an M.
Yeah.
Moander.
We believe that might have something to do with someone called Moanda.
Well, it's not spreading out, more seems as though it's spreading with a trail, various trails, mostly heading north and east from the western side of the meadows. I only warn you because I've heard you do not want to touch it at all. And it could get in our way, but it has really nothing to do with what we're trying to achieve.
We came across someone who seemed to come across it. It is not pleasant.
Well, that confirms it. So we'll just steer clear on our journey. No one has found the group. These are all speculations, but there are trails, and the trails branch out and continue, and we're not really sure, but I haven't heard any official word as it's happening in the meadows. Doesn't fall under any one jurisdiction, and well, the Iporians and the Ipranans and the Dvenians, at the very least, have more pressing matters. So, we will continue to move north. We will steer clear of any trails of rot. And it's several hundred miles within. And we only have a general area based off of descriptions that I've given to my contact. But they were freaked out, we'll say, by the trails of rot and the meadows in general.
Pretty inhospitable,
Yes.
as far as we've heard.
I think all of us together, though, can handle it just fine.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to... I know, like, one of the things is, like, it can make your voice boom. I'm assuming it could do the opposite. I would like to, like, project my voice into Iolite's ear and say, like, ask, like, should you ask him if he opened the case recently?
Okay.
Maury is watching the two of them. So he just sees you whispering, but he doesn't pry.
No, I'd be like this, and like, so that he couldn't see my mouth move, but my voice would be projected right into her ear.
Okay. I will allow it, but he's watching you. So, like, because
Good.
thaumaturgy is, moving. That's what message is for. You don't have a message.
I know, I'm like,
Yeah,
It's
so
fake.
he can't hear you, but he's like not stupid. That he sees what you're just like. Ayla, who never does this, is sitting there with her hand over her mouth. But he doesn't say anything to you. He just Des dear actually looks at you, Eldon, and says, so did you achieve your goal? Found what you needed to find?
I did.
And it was because of you that the dragon was in the sky? That's pretty cool.
That was part of it.
You're looking at the voice of that fucking dragon. No offense to your god.
I was just gonna go, damn it.
So what does that mean? Does that mean that you can speak like a dragon? Like it speaks through you, or you speak for it?
He just
Or is it just a title? It could just be a title.
it remains to be seen.
He's still figuring that out.
Yeah,
It was literally 2 days ago.
that's really cool.
Thanks. Did you see it?
I did. Yep.
I was all up in that.
Well, because did you already? You did talk to him before, and he did mention he saw it, right?
No, he
I
saw
thought you sent a message
light
at one point.
the response that you sent to his light show, I think,
Yeah.
was...
No, I think you did. I think you did do a quick check-in.
Oh,
He
okay.
said that he saw. Was that you guys or something like that?
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's I guess that would be something really weird to kind of have to grow into. So, whatever it means.
Still working on it. So, how have you been?
Good. It was so boring, and that's just how I like it. Nothing at all happened, and it was good.
If nothing happens, that means nothing bad happens. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's good.
I'll take boring.
Let's hope that it's a boring trip.
Yeah, probably not. But
Let's
Yeah.
hope.
yeah, we can hope. That's what it's all about, right? Hope.
Do you have any asking Maury? Do you have any recommendations on provisions? Anything we might need that your contact says specifically that we should bring?
Well, whatever you can stock up on that is food, any kind of potions that will help with getting through rough terrain or
LSD do?
I was gonna say, I don't think my vomit potion is gonna help as much there.
Face syringes or whatever the fuck that
My
was.
face syringe, it tastes like vomit or something like that.
there's all manner of monstrosities out there, and the folks that venture out know better, from what I hear. So we need to protect ourselves as a group. It's a lot of uncharted territory. Again, every person for themselves. So we need to be vigilant and keep our eyes open. But I feel confident that based off of, I can count on this person, and I believe the shard is out there.
Speaking of shards, you have them with you in the city here?
Always.
Did you by any chance take them out today at some point?
I did. I've been doing it once or twice a day, just checking to see if you were here.
Did you hit them together?
Did I what?
Did you hit them together? Do anything different than normal?
No. I was made aware of your arrival, which set me at ease today, but no, I did not do anything differently. Why?
Oh, you could tell? You can tell when I'm close?
They tend to have a reaction when another one is nearby.
What do they do?
Well, what do they do for you?
Well, I can't really see what mine's doing, but usually I just feel a tug. But this time it was like a strong, painful feeling. Which is like a very sharp pain that brought me to the ground tonight. It's never happened before.
Oh, I'm sorry that you had that reaction. I didn't do anything differently.
They didn't look different than they usually do.
No. I will not do it again. I shouldn't have to, since we're within eyesight of each other now. But I will try to limit that for you if it's causing you pain.
Or just give me like a heads up.
And it hadn't caused you pain before.
No?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It could be getting stronger, or could be having an effect on your body that it wasn't having in the past. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Good to know, though. So, everything worked out how you needed. And you are ready to move on. Of course, taking your time in the city, we can leave in a day or two if you need to have anything made, or...
I might need to converse a few more times with the ambassador if I'm needed, and then I should be good after that.
We're ready when Iolite is ready.
All right. Well, we are not staying here at the Rusty Beak Tavern.
We look around, are there naked people?
No.
Tacitus, as far as the eye
I mean,
can
there's
see.
people who are like, they don't give a crap, maybe.
The
But
place
it's
they're
not
staying in
Oh,
is where the naked people are.
They're
This is where they go during the day.
there is a modest place called the Frothing Keg Inn that we're staying.
Yeah,
at.
I know. I was just like, frothy. Just not the word. Just not the word.
It is
Quite a few of my trigger words tonight.
Yeah.
a little bit of a better area to stay in, but you're welcome to join us there.
Well, look at me. It's what everybody wants to go.
I've never been in the city, so Maury's recommendation is good enough for me.
Right. While you're chatting, Yuri kind of slides up to Kethra, and
Gather just goes,
I know it's been a while, so
what's up? She's like, I gotta put a bell around your neck with some shit.
that wouldn't be good for me. I'll just throw that out there. I like to not be heard everywhere I go. But I wanted to. I was thinking a lot about you while we were out, and I don't know if anybody's told you this before, but I missed you. I did. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Actually, no one has actually ever said that to me.
Huh?
Only one person ever did, but that's either here nor there. But that's not a common thing I'm used to hearing now.
I'm happy to be number 2. But I did come across this that kind of reminded me of you, and I thought you might like it. They reach into their, like, a little pouch that they have, and you see this brass pendant that's on a simple black cord. It's nothing crazy. It wasn't clearly, like, bought in a store or whatever. And inside of it is this smooth shard of blue-violet glass that's maybe like the size of a quarter. It's very kind of small. And when they hand it over to you, you kind of look at it and you can see that ever so faintly, and it's really difficult to even get a full picture, but as you look at it, you can see a reflection bounce back that almost seems to be snippets of your own memories. It's such a tiny little thing that as you're looking at it, you have to kind of like zoom in, but zooming in a little bit almost gives you a headache. So Yuri just hands it over to you and says, yeah, when we were traveling through the Vascan Mountains, the keepers were really great. We came across this ruin. It's kind of like, not quite an observatory. I don't know. This weird thing happens to me. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. So, I don't know. I found it. Found it in there. And when you look at it, it shows you different things. Things I remember, but I saw some things about you as well. Your face was in there. Maybe my own memory. I don't know. Just this tower that was buried under glass and vines.
Interesting. Thank you.
It was sticking out of the sundial, and again, you were the first person I thought of, so
Thanks. I appreciate that.
you don't have to wear it. But yeah, maybe keep it close.
Yeah, I will for sure. Thanks, Yuri.
Eldon, as this conversation is happening, like you can kind of hear what Yuri is saying. And it's strange because like you're very familiar with this path that they lead people to get to the sky home or to get through. And there is no tower. There has never been a tower. There is no ruin that matches that description. There is nothing like that on the path from where you start in the Tower of Esperance to where you end at either Skyhome or through to the city of Rylsk.
Alright. Eldon clocks that.
And that's where we're going to end today's session.
It's a trap.